my Capricorns, and welcome to your September 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my video, welcome you to my channel. If you're a return viewer, high five. If you're a subscriber, virtual hugs. If this is your first time with me, then welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to do the typical past, present, and future love reading, 3 cards in each position. Okay, so we're going to get some insight of where you're coming from, where you guys are now, and what's possibly coming to you in the future. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. I've already shuffled the cards off camera, and let's get it started. In your past position, you have the Emperor. You have the King of Wands in reverse. And you have Temperance in the reverse position. All right, so starting off with the Emperor, all right, this can represent that you might have been dealing with an Aries, okay, Capricorn. And if you weren't dealing with an Aries or a fire sign male, okay, could be a female, but a fire sign male, then you were dealing with someone who was very controlling, okay, someone who might have been older than you, but someone who was very dominant in the relationship, okay, somebody who was very dominant and very verbal and just, you know, controlling about which direction they wanted things to go in. Okay, one partner basically ruled the relationship or tried to rule the situation or even supported the other person financially. Okay, so when you see the Emperor, this person, they're like the boss, okay? They want to be the boss. They want to be in control. They want to be in charge of how things happen and how things unfold, okay? They want to control and rule the direction of the relationship. Okay, now you have also the King of Wands in reverse. So this can also represent either a fire sign male, okay, and if not, this represents someone who was unreliable, okay, someone who might have been a bit of a liar, selfish, impulsive, somebody who basically is a little bit immature with how they express their feelings or immature on how they handle love, okay, so this in the upright, this person becomes weak, okay? This turns into a yes person, okay? Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever. So these two together make a right pair because this person is bossy and this person is just like, yeah, whatever you say. They don't mean it, okay? I'll let you think you're in control, but I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyway because I'm just going to lie to you and tell you whatever it is that you want to hear. Okay, that's the King of Wands. I could say this person sometimes has a hidden agenda. Okay, so if this is not a person, then this King of Wands in reverse represents that you two probably were so into each other, okay, you and this possible fire sign, that you might have neglected other aspects of your life. All right, because we have Temperance in the reverse, which means that there was some type of imbalance here. So maybe you guys were all love and no substance, okay? It could have been a situation where you guys were just so infatuated with each other, so attracted, that you didn't really focus or nurture the other elements that make a relationship successful. Okay, when the Temperance card is in reverse, this can represent disharmony, addictions, this saying that there's no middle ground, okay? Or that you thought of the relationship in extremes, okay? Either you thought it was all good or all bad, or you thought that of your partner, okay? Either they were all good or all bad. You didn't give them any in between, okay? So this can also represent that one person, as you see in this card, this person is pouring from one cup into another. So this can indicate that one person was just giving more in this relationship than the other person. Okay? So, you know, once again, you know, it could have been a situation where, you know, because this person was so controlling, they were demanding a lot. And you might have been trying to appease them, knowing that, you know, really, you couldn't really meet all their demands, okay? And so there became an imbalance in the situation. All right. Is there anything else I want to say about Temperance? It could also represent that it was just bad timing for you two to come together. All right. Sometimes two people come together and they really have a strong bond or a strong attraction, but timing is just not right for whatever reason. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your present position, Capricorn. You guys have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Now, let me tell you, I shuffle these cards. I shuffle. I burn sage. I shuffle them some more. I have special, like, stones and crystals that I keep nearby to, like, clear out energies. And if I tell you that this card, and I think it's like the Seven of Cups in reverse that keeps coming out in every single reading, and it's just blowing my mind. Like, I don't know how many readings that I've done, and the Six of Wands in reverse is coming out, okay? So you have the Six of Wands in reverse for right now. You have the King of Swords, and you have the Chariot in reverse. So the Six of Wands in reverse can represent that you have a fear of moving forward. Okay, this represents some type of insecurity. They're feeling some type of fear about either the relationship or fear about being in a relationship. Okay, so this is representing that you are either feeling unappreciated or you're just needing some type of assurance, reassurance from your partner. Okay, you need some type of ego boost. All right. Now, the good thing with this card is that it is temporary because it's Wands energy. So this kind of feeling doesn't last very long. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and blame this on the solar eclipse. Okay. Maybe this is why everybody's getting this card. The solar eclipse is just making everybody kind of wacky right now. All right. Now, if it's not that, then this can also represent flings or one night stands, just a lot of sexual energy. So maybe right now that's where your focus is. Okay. You're not really focused on a relationship. You're just trying to have like some sexual, liaisons going on. Because you have the King of Swords here. So if the King of Swords, if this doesn't represent a person, and I'll get into their qualities, but if this just represents the energy for right now, this can also indicate that there just isn't any love in the air at the moment. Maybe you're not seeing anyone that you're, connected to or that you have a bond with at the moment. So you might be fooling around or you might be looking for casual, sex, but there's no one in your environment right now that you have any feelings or emotions for. Okay, and if that's not the case, then the King of Swords represents someone. This could be you, Capricorn, because if we do it in astrology, I know King of Swords people always think represents Libra or an air sign, but really, if you do the research, King of Swords is 20 degrees Capricorn going into Aquarius, okay? So this could either be you or this could represent an Aquarius if you're dating an Aquarius. All right, but if not, it just represents a mature, wise person, very logical, okay? Kind of unemotional or aloof. They're very reserved in how they express their emotions, or they don't really express their emotions. All right, could be controlling. You guys are, if it's not a person, once again, then you're probably just very clear about where you stand in your relationship if you are in a relationship. All right, so we have different things going on, and I'll break that down. All right, we also have the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot in reverse for someone who's single can just represent that there is nothing happening right now as far as your love life, okay? And that could be you stalling situations just because of this fear or this insecurity that you're having about being in a relationship right now for whatever reason. Okay, so maybe this past situation has left you feeling just a little bit insecure, a little bit gun shy about getting into a relationship. So you're not really focused on love right now, okay? That's why there's not really anyone in the picture. Now, if you are still in a relationship, okay, then this can indicate still that you're having a little bit of insecurity because this person probably makes you feel insecure, okay? Or if you were dealing with someone, maybe you were the controlling partner in the past, and the person you were dealing with might have been a fire sign that was lying to you or just telling you what you wanted to hear. Okay, they were very unreliable. So now you are definitely gun shy about moving forward with this person. All right, so now in the present, you are very clear in communicating how you feel, but you're not ready to move anything forward with this person because they was so imbalanced in the past. And can I blame you? No, I definitely cannot. Okay, so if this is a situation where you've been in a relationship with this person long term, then you guys are just a little bit stalled right now. The relationship is stalled, it's stagnant. There's no forward movement. There's no progression. You might even be on a little bit of a break. Okay, you might just, guys have probably taken a break from each other or taken a break from the relationship and you're focusing on other things. All right. And at the very least, you guys have some sexual chemistry for each other still. Okay. So that's like the only thing that's alive right now in this situation. All right. That's another option, is that you're still with this person, but there's really not much going on, but you guys cannot deny that you have sexual chemistry with each other. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the future. All right. You've got the King of Pentacles. You've got the Page of Wands, and you've got the Four of Cups. All right, that's a very interesting combination. All right, so starting with the King of Pentacles, okay, this represents a provider. This represents security, okay? This represents someone who is abundant, who's powerful. This person is consistent. They are faithful, all right? This is someone who is going to sweep you off your feet, all right? This person is looking for commitment, absolutely, all right? And this person wants to be in a relationship. They're ready to be in a relationship, and they're willing to do what it takes to be in that relationship, okay? Now, if this is your energy, okay, you've somehow in the future, you've had a wake-up call, all right? Maybe after the eclipse energy passes and you've eclipsed out all that negative and, just kind of unfounded fears, you're back, you bounce back, you're back to being in your element, and you're ready to move forward in a relationship type situation. Okay. Now there's the Page of Wands here. So if this is a person, okay, this is a fire sign, you have to know that this person is, outgoing. This person's very social. This person is very energetic, creative, talkative. This might be a younger fire sign, okay, someone younger than you, or someone that just sparks your sexual interest. All right. Now, if you are ready to move forward in a relationship, this may not necessarily be the greatest choice of a partner, because this represents an immature, this represents a very immature level of a relationship. All right, these kind of relationships, they come together and they burn out very quickly. All right, and now, if this is a person, it could be a 20-year-ish or so age difference between the two partners. Okay, so between this person and this person, and so that is going to take some time nurturing. All right, so this is not something that's going to happen very quickly, because we also have the Four of Cups here. And the Four of Cups can represent someone who kind of takes the relationship for granted, okay? Either because they feel like they're bored, or their expectations are just so high that nothing that you do is good enough, or they take things for granted because the love between you guys happens so easily that they don't remember that they have to actually nurture you or nurture the relationship. Okay, so they just kind of take things for granted. And this can also represent that you are attached or have your heart set on someone who was unavailable to you. So that's interesting, Capricorn. That's very interesting, because if that's you, then you may have your heart or your eyes set on this Page of Wands, and they're just not available to give you the kind of relationship that you want. All right? So be mindful of that going forward. Be very careful. You didn't sit here and stall and wait to go and rush in and try to give your heart and give your all to someone who's not even ready for it, or not even able or mature enough to handle that kind of love. Or you're just going to have a lot of patience, all right? So this situation can possibly work between you and this fire sign, but you're going to have a lot of patience. Okay, Capricorn? Yeah, so let's go ahead and start from the beginning, and I'll see how many different people I'm talking to here. Let me go ahead and let me get a little bit comfortable. Let me put my feet up. Okay. So, we start out with a controlling, bossy person in the past position. All right, that could possibly have been you. And this could be the same person. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the Emperor would have been in reverse if it was the same person, right? So maybe you were the unreliable party in this situation for whatever reason, Capricorn. Okay, maybe this person, because I mean, I know Capricorns. I know a few of you very well, and Capricorns don't necessarily like to be bossed around, okay? You guys kind of like to be in control. So if you did meet perhaps an Aries or someone with this Emperor energy that was trying to control you, it might have made you act out of character. And it might have made you present yourself as the King of Wands in reverse, okay? It made you a little bit unreliable. It made you do things that you normally wouldn't do because you were reacting badly. Maybe you were a little bit immature about how you reacted to this emperor. Okay, and that's what caused the imbalance in this situation, because maybe this person is really serious about doing something with you, but and this is just one scenario. The way you reacted kind of threw things off, okay? Now, if that's not the case, then you might have been the emperor, okay? You were the one that wanted to control the pace of the relationship and was dominant in the situation. And your partner, the person that you were dealing with, this perhaps fire sign, they were the ones who were unreliable. Okay, they were unreliable, and you felt like you were giving more to the situation than you were receiving, or you were putting more into the situation. But they, for some reason, felt the same way too. So this is a situation that I can see where sometimes one person gives more emotionally to a situation and they take the situation more seriously than the other, but this person might have put more effort and energy. Okay, so if this person was doing all the action, you may have been doing all the emoting and the thinking and the planning, and basically setting a standard of how you wanted the relationship to be. And this person might have been doing everything that they could to try to meet those standards, because even though they might have been immature even though they might have been immature and probably been used to acting immaturely in relationships, they were still trying to meet your standards. Okay, so they probably felt like they were giving more to the situation because they were the one that had to do everything. They were the ones that had to try to come up to your level. Okay, Capricorn. So that could be one scenario from the past. Okay, and so there was an imbalance in this situation because you guys both were basically disappointed, or not even disappointed, but you guys were, there wasn't, how do I put it? You were both giving, but in different aspects. Okay, this one is a more physical giving, and this one is a more mental giving, if that makes any sense. Okay, so the harmony might have been off because there's gonna be a lot of misunderstandings between these two people for sure. All right, so now we move into the current position, and you're feeling gun shy. All right, you're scared to move forward with this situation. You have actually stalled the action in this situation, Capricorn. All right, and you're thinking now. You're in your head now. All right, you're thinking about it, and you're not even sure. You might not even be dealing with this person right now, to be honest. Okay, if this King of Swords is present. All right, you are just like, nothing is going on right now. Chariot is parked. The love is parked. I'm not trying to waste any more time and energy going forward with this person because I am not sure. But I'm going to tell you, you probably have told them, or you've been very clear in your communication about what you want, okay? Because if this is you and this is you, I'm pretty sure you've been very clear about what it is that your expectations are, what it is that you want out of this situation. Okay, now, like I said, there may be still, either if this is not fair, if this is not the fair of you moving forward, then you still have stalled the action, okay, and you still have, been more in your head than in your heart with the situation, but there might still be some type of sexual chemistry between you and this person. All right, that's just another scenario. Now we move into the future, and you have the King of Pentacles in the upright. You have the Page of Wands, and then you have the Four of Cups. So I feel like, Capricorn, that you may be the one that's ready for a commitment. Okay, you may be ready for commitment. You may be ready for love. You may be ready because you've always been ready. It's just that you were dealing with someone that couldn't give you what you wanted. And maybe in the future, because even though this is a page of wands, at least it's in the upright. Here, this is very hard to deal with someone who's in the reverse, okay? Whether they're a king or queen. Now, they're a page, so their level of commitment towards you has downgraded a bit. Okay? And that's probably just because of them being hurt because you stalled things right now. They're probably hurt about what it is that you said to them. They're probably trying to recover. And give a person, you've got to be patient with someone who is coming from this sort of disposition. Okay? So for someone to go from being unreliable, a liar, imbalanced in the reverse, and now they're upright, even though they're a page, you've got to give them a little credit because obviously they're trying. Okay, if this is the same person, all right, and I'll give you another scenario. So if this person is trying, your expectations might still be way high, and so they've got a lot further to go before anything is really going to happen between the two of you. But you're ready now, where before you might have been unsure, you're absolutely sure in the future. So this person is going to have to either get out of their own way, grow up a little bit, and try to meet you at your level. If not, this is going to be a very temporary, a very short-lived situation between you and this person. If this is the King of Rods that's now presenting themselves as the Page of Wands, the King of Wands that presents himself as a page in the future. Okay, and if this is not the same person, then you've moved on from this King of Wands in reverse, and you're now in the future. You've met this Page of Wands, or you've met someone who makes you feel very vibrant. Okay, who brings back that sexual spark into your life, who just makes you feel alive, and you guys are doing a lot of things, but you have a long way to go because this person might not be available for whatever reason. Maybe they're too young. Maybe they're not ready to be in a relationship. But, once again, you have to be careful because this card indicates that you might be stuck on someone who's not available to you. All right. Or if that's not the case, then your expectations are still very high and you're just very hard to please. Okay. So you're going to have patience with this person. Okay. You're going to have patience. And, as the King of Pentacles, you do have that patience because since you are ready to be in a relationship, you understand that sometimes love does take and require patience and it takes work, and you're ready to put in that work. All right, so you just want to make sure and be careful that you're not wasting your time on someone who isn't ready for love or who can't give you the love that you want. Okay, Capricorn. So I think that's it. Another thing also that this can also indicate that in this present position, if the love isn't stalled, all right, then you could possibly even be dealing with a Cancer that's out of balance. All right, so I can look at that another situation. If we just look at the possible people in this reading, then there might have been an Aries, okay, or some type of unbalance. Maybe who am I? You could be juggling people, all right, because in the past you weren't ready for a relationship. So you might have had an Aries, you might have had another fire sign that was not really balanced. You could be dealing with a Cancer that wasn't balanced and couldn't really give you what you wanted either. And you do have a King of Swords, but this King of Swords is not really inspiring you. Okay, this King of Swords might be even scaring you, and you're just like, look, I'm just out for sex. Okay, that's what could have been happening in the past, but in the future, either you do become ready to be in that relationship, Capricorn, or if this is not you, you meet someone who's ready to be in a relationship. And you have to be careful not to present yourself as the Page of Wands. All right? Because if you're still in this mode of just looking for sex and sex first, or sex being the importance, then this is how you're going to present yourself to this person who really is trying to have something with you. Okay, so if this is what you really want, you really have to be careful about that sex first kind of energy. And don't turn that person off or don't turn this person away by presenting yourself as someone who's unavailable when you are possibly available. Okay, so if you are ready for a relationship and you want that in the future, then you have to ultimately be careful of how you present yourself. Okay, and that's also an indicator of this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles does warn you to be careful of how you present yourself if you're ready to be in a love relationship. All right, Capricorn. So I think I got it all covered. And, I think it's a pretty decent reading because, like they say all the time, as long as you are exercising your free will and, you think about the situation, you really can control your outcome, right? We control our own destinies. So you control your actions, you control your behavior, and, it's up to you to, know what it is that you want at what time and what's right for you at any given time. All right, Capricorn. So I hope that reading resonated for someone. If it did, please let me know. I love your comments and your feedback. And after this, I'll be putting this and your general reading up around the same time. So go ahead and check out your general reading to see what's going on in other areas of your life. All right, guys. I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.